Now, the next thing is obviously going to be that bottom right-hand corner now, where situation dynamic. And this, I think, you'll find from me all the way through, the dynamic things are the things that interest me most. And I think that's, I do find them interesting personally, but it's also because I think it's the thing that we quite often miss when we do a skills type only analysis of situations. So we can have all the things in place of knowledge, etc., about project management. You can get qualifications in project management, but what you find is when you, and many of you will have been in the project management situation, what you find is when you're in the situation, people get involved, and there's an initial plan, and then somebody will come along and say, well, can we add this in? So that's a dynamic factor, an individual coming along and saying, well, actually, you know, I think we should do this now. Also, that agreed plan at the beginning, I've put the initial plan, goals, etc., as things that you need at the beginning. You can find them becoming dynamic as well. And, you know, a few weeks after you think the goals have been agreed, you start talking to people, and it seems that they seem to be not saying the goals that you thought were agreed. So goals themselves can be dynamic. And these are the things that you don't necessarily recognize from a piece of paper type description or skills description of the role of project management. But when you start talking to a project manager, these are probably the things they're more likely to talk about. Suppliers not supplying things, people saying, yes, it'll be 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks in, it hasn't arrived. The people side of things particularly is dynamic. So in the project management, there are both static aspects and there are both dynamic aspects. And to truly characterize the role, you need both the static and the dynamic aspects.